Good morning and welcome to 2024. Today, January 1st. It's a new year and new beginnings and new opportunities. Lots before us. And this year, in our Bible reading plan, we are doing a chronological read through the Bible program, which means we're going to follow the events of the Bible as they happen. And so where that's going to be really helpful, I think, is when we get into more of the life of the kingdom of Israel and of Judah, and then the prophets who are speaking to them. And so they'll be intermingled, Kings and Isaiah or Chronicles and Ezekiel and things like that. And that's going to help take all these prophecies and all these prophets and all their messages and tie them into the real life situations that are happening and help us kind of put those things together. And then, of course, that will move in beyond that to the New Testament and walk through the Gospels and then Paul's letters and intermingled with Peter and James and these different ones and John, ending, of course, with Revelation. And so I think it's going to be great. And as much as anything in these videos, I just want to offer up some thoughts and some encouragement. And so please, if you're on YouTube, hit like and subscribe, pass it on. If you're on Facebook, pass it on. If you're on the app, it's a great place you can make comments, and same thing, pass it on. It's a podcast available as well, little by little, that you could find out about and pass that on as well. So whether you're watching in video or audio, welcome to Little by Little. And we're excited for another year to get into God's Word together. And again, more than anything, it's to get God's Word not just through it, but in us, right? And so if you get behind, don't freak out. Just pick it up from where you're left off, right? And you can either choose to just, jump ahead to the present day and then keep going, or you can just work from where you were and catch up that way. It's okay, right? The goal isn't always to check every box. If you're a check a box person, good luck. But it's more about getting God's Word in us. And so take some time as you read to make observation. And that's a lot of questions about the text that you're reading. Who, what, where, why, when, context, and all the questions you can ask. And then interpretation. Well, what does this all mean then? And what kind of style is the writing? And that's going to help with interpretation. And then make application in and for your own life. We often, maybe you don't, but I think it's easy to fall into the trap of making application for others, right? You're reading something and they definitely need this, right? So sometimes maybe that's true. Maybe God will give you something for someone else and you can pass that on. That'd be great. But most of the time as you're reading through the Bible this year, I want you to see, God, what do you have for me in this passage? Now, sometimes and some days, maybe there'll be nothing. You'll be like, oh, okay. And maybe there'll be something for someone else, and that's okay as well. So today we got Genesis 1-3, verse 24, the creation of the world. And a key phrase in chapter 1 is God saw that it was good. God's heart and God's idea for creation, including humans and humanity, was that it would be good. And when it comes to us as humans, very good, right? And so all that's happened since is a result of what? Well, it's what the Bible calls the fall, where Satan comes in and sin enters in, and now there's separation. And so Genesis 1-3, creation, the downfall or the fall, sin enters into the world because of disobedience and willful turning from God and his ways. What else will God speak to you as you read through it? Till next time, keep growing little by little.